This is getting absolutely ridiculous. We need to talk about the nonstop disrespect towards our city, our team, and our superstar. It's one thing when the media doubts a struggling team, but this is something else. First, they've tried to push Ja Morant out of Memphis. Now they're questioning the entire franchise's future. People have also made silly remarks saying that the Memphis Grizzlies should move to Nashville. Are you kidding me? And that's why it's gonna always be Memphis versus everybody. And welcome back to Grizzlies Digest. I'm your host, Maia McCoy, your go-to source for everything Memphis Grizzlies. And let's hop straight into it. The biggest conversation right now. ESPN and analysts such as Kendrick Perkins are staring at the pot about Ja Morant's future with Memphis. Kendrick Perkins says that at this point, Ja Morant is auditioning. He claims that after the firing of head coach Taylor Jenkins, it's a sign that Ja could also be next to go. Now, hold up. Let's reel that right on back in, because you had people like Taylor Rooks at the game who knows what's going on because she had a conversation with our general manager, Zach. And she reported during the Grizzlies Celtics game that Ja had nothing to do with Taylor Jenkins firing. It was all Zach's decision. And this decision came solely based off the team's performance in the second half of the season, not because of Ja Morant. Kendrick Perkins also tried to mention Ja Morant's contract situation. He's eligible for a 2-year, $125 million contract extension soon. Now, is there a chance that our front office wouldn't commit to him? Come on now, it is Ja Morant, and he is our biggest superstar the franchise has ever had. And this is not the first time we've seen the media twist things when it comes to Ja. Look at what just happened with the clip in the game that Legion Hoops posted. They posted a video making it seem like Ja was the only one doing this gun gesture. But as Devin Walker pointed out, you have to tell the whole story. And the whole story is there was another player who did it first towards Ja, but the media took it and just ran with the version that makes Ja look bad. And this brings us to today's latest drama, where you had Shams tweet, the NBA is looking into Memphis' Ja Morant using finger gun motions towards the Golden State Warriors bench. Last night, sources tell him, and really that's what we're doing right now, we are going to investigate finger guns. But you had Stephen A. Smith, who feels like many of us, and he says, come on, NBA. Totally unnecessary. Let Ja play in peace. Let's not look for things. The playoffs are about to begin, and let's enjoy the games. Morant didn't do anything flagrant. Folks are reaching now. And honestly, I couldn't agree more. It's like the NBA and the media are looking for anything to create controversy. Ja Morant is one of the most exciting players in the league, and we should be focused on the game, not this nonsense. And it's these kind of situations where you start to wonder, why does the media keep trying to portray Ja in this negative light, especially when there's so many other players doing similar things but without scrutiny? And it also raises bigger questions of, like, why does this keep happening? Why do certain players get singled out while others get a pass? Grizzlies fans, let me know in the comments, what do you think? Do you think there's any truth to what Kendrick Perkins was saying? Or is this just more ESPN nonsense trying to tear down Memphis? And also, the front office has made it clear that they want to win. Taylor Jenkins did have the most wins of any coach in franchise history, but that did not stop them from making that move. And it just tells me that they're serious about building a team that can compete at the highest level. And if that means finding a coach that they feel like can do that, then so be it. That's what they want to do. And if anything, they're going to bring in a coach who works with Ja, not move on from him. And people act like Memphis is out here rebuilding. No, we're just trying to retool and go after a ring. And another thing that I want to talk about is the push of people trying to make the Grizzlies move to Nashville. And this idea didn't come from anywhere. It comes from people with influence trying to push this. Like, let's name the names. You have Darius Garland, who says, move the Grizzlies to Nashville because I live there. He even threw in wild ideas like adding that NBA teams should be put in Dubai and St. Tropez. And then you also have Evan Turner, who stated on JJ Redick's podcast, take the Grizzlies out of Memphis and put the team in Nashville. He claimed that since a lot of people from LA are moving to Nashville, it would just be a better fit. And then you also have JJ Redick, who said Nashville just makes sense, co-signing with Evan Turner. But after seeing the backlash he got from that, he walked that right on back, and he said that the Memphis Grizzlies have a great fan base. Memphis has culture, Memphis has soul, and the Grizzlies should never leave Memphis. But you know what? It's too late, JJ. You said what you said already. But Memphis fans, sound off. How do you feel about people even entertaining this idea? Is it just disrespect, or do you think there's a real agenda behind this? And another big issue of mine is, why does it feel like the national media is always taking shots at Memphis? First it's Ja is not the face of the franchise, then it's the Grizzlies are better without him, and now they're acting like Memphis doesn't even deserve a team. What other city gets this treatment? No one's talking about moving the Pelicans. No one's questioning Zion's future. But when it's Memphis, suddenly everything's on the table. And let's keep it real. Memphis just does not get the same respect as other NBA cities. But guess what? That's fine, because this city has built everything from the ground up. But Grizz gang, let's take a look at some tweets that I found very interesting. You have this tweet by Joe. I'm so sorry, I don't know how to pronounce your last name. But he commented on Sham's tweet, where Sham also added on later in the day saying that the league will also look into the gesture made by Warriors guard Buddy Hield ahead of Morant. Joe pointed out how you had characters to include this in your first post, but it wasn't as sexy as the headline though. Basically saying that Shams could have put that in his entire tweet when he said that Ja was going to be investigated, but he did not. And then you also have a tweet by Drew Hill who says, players have been making finger gun gestures on the court for a long time without any sort of league review needed after. I remember LeBron in the finals against the Warriors. Heck, the 3-point reload celebration was everywhere a couple years ago. Seems like petty drama between Golden State and Memphis, which tends to have a lot of petty drama. And then you also have this tweet by Cole X who says, yo, Stephen Curry, what's this, man? My kids watch you and they're sobbing right now. Basically pointing out that is Steph doing the same gun gesture, but no one has singled out Steph. The league has not tried to investigate him for this gun gesture, but yet when Ja Morant does it, it's an issue. And then you also have this tweet by Steven Adams Stats. He says the NBA never cared about finger gun motions until Ja Morant did it, and he shows a video of one of the Atlanta Hawks players doing it to celebrate his 3-point shot. But exactly, why does Ja Morant always get singled out for things? Then you also have this tweet by Rent Free Grizzly who says, it's painfully obvious that Adam Silver is doing everything he can do to get Ja Morant out of Memphis and into a bigger market. This is so painful to see play out in real time. And I couldn't agree with him more. It seems like they just want Ja Morant in a bigger market city. I don't know why that's such an important thing in the NBA, the big market teams. Even though Memphis is a small market, I think Memphis is where Ja needs to be. That's where he needs to stay, and we love Ja here in Memphis. We also have this tweet from Ja himself. Ja this, Ja that. He's tired of his name being in everybody's mouths as well. And then you have a tweet made by Hippie is Good, where he says this needs to be the next Nike campaign, because at this point, and that definitely would be a great Nike campaign. Nike should hop on that. Ja this, Ja that, Ja in everybody's mouth. So that would be definitely a great Nike campaign. But that is it for today's show. If you made it this far, you are a real Grizzlies fan. Do me a favor, hit that like and subscribe button and turn on those post notifications so you don't miss out. And again, remember, it's Memphis versus everybody. See you until next time.